I think it's cool.
Yeah, I dig it. And we're both born in San Antonio, so
That's very true.
I was gonna kind of take that guess. I knew you were Texas, so
Yeah.
I'm from Arizona. So
Oh, you are?
Oh, really?
yeah,
How long have you lived here?
6 years. So let's get started and roll this. We're doing double trouble this afternoon at the TakeRoot Festival for the Real Country Revival. I've got Garrett T. Caps and James Steinle.
Close.
Steinle.
See, it's one of those
Okay.
names. I thought about changing it, but it sounds like when I changed the last name, I sound like a porn star. I thought about changing it to Jim Stone, and that was kind of weird.
That's solid though.
Yeah,
for
I know.
a porn star.
I know. Yeah,
Maybe not.
that's the thing. I gotta change industries first.
You are from Germany.
Yeah, that's true.
I always wanted to
Kind
be.
of.
Yeah, life on the Reeperbahn, dude. That's what we're going.
I always wanted to be Chuck Rock.
Chuck Rock.
Like on the
dude.
radio.
Chucky Rocks.
Yeah, it's Chuck Rock and what? James Stone.
James.
This is going down.
Sounds pretty brutal.
No, that was good.
All right, so you two grew up in San Antonio. Have you been lifelong friends, or when did you guys meet?
We haven't been friends for more than a few years. But I mean, he was born in San Antonio. I talk about being born in San Antonio way too much. So,
Not enough, dude.
in the Austin, Texas music scene, I like to say that a lot because there's a bunch of people that aren't from Texas or Austin.
South Texas in general is just kind of like a black hole, like geographically. Like there's all this lore surrounding West Texas, and then Austin's the scene, and then Dallas, no one messes with Dallas, and then like Houston's like West Louisiana. So it's like South Texas is kind of this weird place, and Garrett's like the pro ambassador. Like that's why I said never enough born in San Antonio, because people got to know.
It's become this way
Yeah,
by accident.
Well, what did you say? He said something that was great, like people in San Antonio have to be told what's cool, kind of, like if it's not like 80s like Kiss era rock or like Tejano music
Or just pop music.
yeah, it's just not gonna hit for the most part. But if you like escort them into it and they're like, oh, this is awesome, they're like, yeah, well, this awesome, like Robert Earl Keen like lived right down the road for his whole life. Like, what are you talking about? It's one of those things where it's growing, and he's a big part of that, so that's cool.
That is very cool. Congratulations on the new album.
Oh yeah.
All Right, All Night.
All right, all night. Yes.
And I was reading it's part of a trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Tell me more.
So In the Shadows came out last year. When I was over here for my first tour, when I played TakeRoot last year, I was getting ready to do All Right, All Night, and I decided while I was here that I wanted to make it a trilogy because I had my garage country band, the Three Timers, with me last year because this tour happened last minute. They're my quote-unquote honky-tonk band, but they're really just this like loud, drunk band. And but it went over well. But so at some point when we were pre-producing the record before I left, I didn't think I was gonna have spacey sounds. My friend Justin Boyd, I thought it was just gonna be straight studio musicians. And then I realized thematically as well that this should be a trilogy. So I got Justin involved, and I got some of the Nasty Country guys involved, and kind of tried to weave it in to the last record. And then the next installment of it is going to be the true NASA Country record.
I didn't even know that. That's cool.
And it's going to be straight. So like NASA Country came on tour with me a month ago. I mean, we just played Groningen 1 month ago.
You've been over a lot
right back.
And on that tour, and we also played like a cool festival in the States called Pickathon.
Heck yeah.
And we toured up there. That whole time, like NASA Country is this like conglomerate of artists.
What's your buddy's name that plays the modular synth?
Justin Boyd.
Yeah.
He's a sound artist. This is the first band he's ever been in.
Okay, so cool.
But NASA's Houston, isn't it? Are they
NASA's in
allowed?
Houston. I mean,
we had to get to space somehow, you know?
space country. What we call it, NASA Country. Just whatever.
Garrett's taking me on the ride. I don't care where he's taking off from, you know. I'm just like a turd on your boot.
I know this song.
Molly Tuttle.
Yeah.
I think
Tuttle,
everyone's-
right there on this side of the wall. Yeah, get her in there.
I don't know if it's
If
big
you're
enough,
listening,
yeah.
Molly, give me guitar lessons.
Yeah. I think, do we need like copyright, or do I need to pay Molly a fee for having her music in the background of this interview?
Shit. We got enough insulation. We're all right.
Hopefully not.
So yeah, we're gonna do the Nessa Country record.
Okay.
Like we're gonna at least demo it by ourselves. It's gonna be all like, I have a song called Here Right Now on In the Shadows Again. That's what I like to call kraut country, which is like, it was supposed to be like Can or Stereo Lab meets like my like more default songwriting style,
Okay.
which would be like in the vein of Robert Earl Keen or something. But
Fusion.
the third installment is going to be the true Nessa Country record, and we're either going to demo it and record it ourselves. We're going to start writing it when we get back, or we're going to find a way to collaborate with someone crazy like in Germany and come up here and record with like Nils Fromm or some like really far out experimental musician.
Well, I can't wait. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the third installment. I don't know when that's going to be done or when it's going to be out.
Well, I'm enjoying the second installment,
Dude,
man. It's
good,
great.
dude.
Because that just came out.
Yeah, and I'm doing another record, a solo record in December. So
It's a fantastic record.
we're getting going.
Jamie Lynn Wilson was on it.
Yeah, so
dude.
James is really good friends with Jamie Lynn Wilson. She
Yeah.
sings on my album.
Yeah.
Dude, Jenny Carson from Warm Sugar, which is a killer Austin band, does like this in Rocky, right? Rocky Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
Does like the bomb. They do like those bombastic harmonies on All Right All Night. They're the operatic stuff. But dude, it's just awesome.
Yeah, Lloyd Maines plays on one of
Yeah,
the
that's
songs.
right.
There's just some cool guests, more or less.
Yeah.
All Right All Night. I'm glad people like it so far. The music video has not been premiered on the internet yet. It's coming out
Yeah, dude.
probably next week.
I'm spoiled. I get to see this stuff ahead of time.
We showed it at a few shows on our tour up here when they had a projector and stuff.
Yeah, I saw you at Ramblin' Roots not
Yeah.
too long ago either in
That was with the
Utrecht.
Three-Timers.
Okay, yeah, and that was you've had me since then, so
Cool, man.
I've been a fan. And James, your music, from what I've heard, a little bit more straightforward country.
Yeah, well, I was talking earlier. I did that in-store in Austin just today, and I was talking with Andrew and Abe was like, it's kind of funny coming to Europe because you're reluctant to say, or not, in America you're reluctant to say I play country music. Here you say you play country music because there's a different style that's kind of perpetuated here for the most part. I mean, everyone's still into like the pop country 9-to-5 rider stuff. But, you know, if I'm like drunk getting an Uber ride home in Austin and they ask me what kind of music I play, I do not say country. I don't let them do that. That's folk, roots music, folk. Yeah, it's Americana is also a thing where it's like, you know, if you're not stomping on a kick drum anymore, it's hard to distinguish yourself from Americana. So I just write songs. That's what I tell people. I just write them.
Yeah, I talk about this a lot because categorizing stuff, and it happens here. Is EDM, of course, electronic dance music is huge in the Netherlands, and the different varieties of it's like this kind, this kind, this kind, this kind, and it kind of happens with the music you guys play too. Does it matter when you?
I don't know,
Do we got to give it a name,
like
or is it just
compartmentalizing
music's
stuff?
music? Yeah.
I don't know. Probably. We're at an American Roots festival, so.
Yeah. See, it's like, well, the way I say it is, I don't care if people say I play something. That's fine, but I'm not gonna say that.
I think what's
Like,
funny,
you
what's
know.
Let the audience categorize
yes,
it.
I
however
think what's
they
also
want.
funny is, like, we're in the Netherlands right now. So, like, if we say that we play Texas country music, like that actually, like, sounds better in the Netherlands.
Exactly.
Over there, Texas country is such, like, a boys' club of, like, broed out bullshit for the most part.
Yeah.
It's just, like, a lot of us have, like, strayed away from that term.
Yeah.
Because there's a Texas country scene, and it's
Red
massive.
dirt country.
Red dirt.
Yeah, red dirt. Yeah. Which
And
is
more
funny.
Oklahoma,
Yeah, which
right?
is funny. Oklahoma
Red
people
dirt-
get
but
real
it's
mad
still,
about that.
You
It's
know,
like
they're
that's
right
our
next to each
music.
other.
Yeah.
Red dirt is the Nashville of Texas music.
Yeah, I have a friend, I won't name him, but he once said the Red Dirt scene is the B team Nashville. It's like the JV, you know? It's like the guys that didn't have
big
the
fish
real
in a
big
small pond.
Exactly.
And
It's-
there's some good stuff though.
yes, of course. I mean,
But
And then where do you guys fall in the whole Ameripolitan thing that Dale's doing,
I
Dale
guess
Watson?
we got hats, so I mean.
I was just talking about that. I don't know. I get really weird, like when I don't like scenes, but you kind of gotta like join a scene in one way or another to
Yeah, exactly.
to like
you gotta
latch on to get some traction, and so you can grow.
And then you can break out of the scene.
For anyone else,
Join the scene and then break out of the scene.
The Ameripolitan thing, it's like some of that stuff's like real cliquish.
Yeah, see, here's the thing, and Garrett and I share this philosophy, even if we don't talk about it. I've always decided nowadays, if you're gonna succeed at anything like this, and life in general, but you have to throw your own party, and hope people want to come to it instead of trying to get invited to the big party all the time. And that's the problem with those scenes is I think all the people I love, I'm not speaking for both of us, but the people I love have always like done their own thing, created this thing, and people kind of gravitate towards it, and that's the extent of the thing. Eventually maybe a bigger umbrella loops it in or something, but in the beginning they were just speaking their truth, whatever, they didn't have any control over it, and I think that's kind of the ticket.
You just make your friends.
Yeah.
You do what you believe in, and you just don't stop doing it. I think about this all the time, but I went and saw the Melvins play in San Antonio a few nights ago. And I always love that band, but they've done their thing for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're chops players, but like they just live on the road, and they caught a break in the 90s and here and there and stuff, but they do their thing, and they've been doing their thing, and like they've gotten so good at doing their thing that like no one else is ever going to be able to be the Melvins.
Exactly, yeah, they've been going through it forever. That's, you can't, some of my favorite songwriters are people that people never know and maybe never will, like my buddy Gabe Wooten. I talk about him all the time because I can't help it. He's one of my favorite songwriters. He lives in Galveston. He's worked every shitty job under the sun, but he's always been very against recording for some reason. That's just part of his like artistry. He just like wants to write songs and doesn't want to hold himself up to anyone else because he has his greats, and I'm kind of the same way, but he is like die hard. But the only way you can listen to him is you like YouTube him and stick him in your cup holder, and it's like a video of him on his couch like yelling at you. And it's just, I don't know, the same thing. He just went out and did it. He's been doing it for so long that he got really good at songwriting along the way. And it doesn't matter, like talking about that Red Dirt scene, all those people in that scene for the most part know who Gabe is because they played a show with him at some point, but they're afraid of him because he's a wild card, like they have him open a show, he might say something that offends their fan base or something. And so it's weird, and they're guys that just stick to their guns.
What's most important for you guys? And I know we got to wrap up soon because you got to go on soon.
Oh, no, we're good. Molly's got it covered. We talked.
Okay.
No, we didn't talk.
But
we didn't talk at all.
what's most important for you guys? I'm assuming not getting rich and famous, because you probably would choose a different path if you were trying to get uber rich and famous.
Yeah,
but what do you,
industry, dude, let's go.
as artists, not necessarily in your personal life, but what are you trying to accomplish? What's the goal with your art?
I like just making music that I enjoy. But I mean, that means a lot of things. My favorite artists, not because I'm trying to be like them, but I think any artist that's true to themselves keeps trying to do the next best thing and progress. Next best thing for them. Yeah. And I feel like my songwriting has just started. Yeah. There's some stuff that I'm proud of, but like I want to get better and like write songs that resonate more with me and will probably resonate more with other people. Yeah. I mean, when I listen to, basically I've only been listening to like J.J. Cale and Jackson Brown for the past 3 months. And J.J. Cale, it's like a musical thing, but I never really liked the Eagles a whole lot, mostly because people love to hate them. and I understand why they hate them. I like to hate them for the same reasons, but I don't know.
Dark turn.
Jackson Brown can write like a moving, impactful song that just resonates, and it's popular because it's so relatable, like on so many different levels, and like those are the kind of songs that I want to be able to write.
Yeah. Well, yeah, when you hear it, that first song that, kind of, you understand the responsibility of writing good songs when you hear one for you, especially when you're in like a rough spot. I think the first one that I grew up listening to, and for some reason my brain always thought it was a Christmas song, but Wild One by Robert Earl Keen was always one that I grew up with.
Love that song.
And when I came back to it later in life, it was kind of this period where I was coming back to country music after like, screw that, it's because I grew up with it. I wanted to be different. I wanted metal. I wanted everything else. And when I came back to it, I remembered that song from my childhood, and it was kind of in that Shins phase too, where it was like they had the Shoots Too Narrow record and stuff. And so it was like this moment where I was like, this song is part of my life. And then that turned me into Towns and Guy and all those people that everyone throws around. But really, they like, when I heard that right song, I was like, this can fucking save someone's life in a tough time. And when you hear that and you experience that first like head to toe chill, you have like a responsibility to not screw around. And people bust my balls all the time for like saying something sucks or something. Like, be more open-minded, you know? I'm like, dude, you don't get it. I just gave up on that crap a long time ago. And you're the same way. And like, the scope is large. You're trying really hard to make sure there are no loose ends. Everything is tied in a bow. And we live in the like listen back generation where we can record something on our phone, write a song, shout it back, and we have a demo right there that we can listen to and be like, oh, I repeated that word. That was a stupid line. The cadence is wrong there instantly. Where back in the day, you had to go in the studio and do it, or you had to memorize it. So like, I think people that write songs have more potential to get better quicker now. And that's a big part of it. I think you gotta write good songs, and then hopefully that pays the bills down the road.
Steinle's got a new album coming out in January, or is it February?
February. Close. Yeah, we're doing one of the release nights at his bar, methinks.
Oh, we are. It's booked.
Heck yeah.
All right. You got a bar in
I
San
have a bar. It's called the Lonesome Rose.
Dude, it's badass.
You're gonna dig his new album, though. It's pretty much.
It's something.
So it's produced by Bruce Robeson, right?
Yeah, Bruce did it. Yeah, so we did it all analog, no computers, until mastering, of course. But yeah, we did it out at his bunker studio where he's doing all his Next Walt stuff, which is a really cool project. If you don't know what that is, look it up. And so yeah, it was all analog. So it's definitely a big roomy sound, and there's a lot of clams and shit, but it's pretty honest. So I can live with that. So.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. Be sure to send it our way when you get something ready to go.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys get back to getting ready for the show tonight. Anything else you want to bullshit about, though, before we wrap it up? Anything important we need to share with the world?
Tell them to eat
you
in San Antonio
guys?
for Mexican food.
Oh,
This is a good one.
there's a place called Garcia's. It's my favorite place to eat. It's also where Augie Myers and where Doug Tom ate, and a lot of the badass people.
Hell yeah.
But most importantly, their food's really damn good. If you're trying to eat dinner, I don't know, good luck.
Yeah, Blanco Cafe too.
Blanco
on
Cafe
Blanco.
is pretty good. It's
Cheese
right down the road.
enchiladas. Don't be afraid. I know culture has probably scared you from overconsumption of cheese, but get the cheese enchiladas. There's beef in the con carne sauce. It's good.
Also-
cheese is no problem.
Good, yeah, that's right. Hey,
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
we're in the, hey,
Also-
cheese. Very good.
I'm very happy to be back in the Netherlands. I love the Netherlands. This is my third time in Groningen in 12 months. Have I said that already?
I don't think so.
But it's true.
I believe you.
And this is my third time at this venue.
Pretty much a town.
And it's becoming.
Well, I saw you outside. You're getting mobbed by a bunch of locals, like a rock star. And have you seen it because you come back so often? You're building a pretty decent fan base here, yeah?
I think there's a number of things, but the music, the main reason that I came here in the first place was because that website, altcountry.nl, reviewed my first 2 records. I sent him.
And the reason
John-
I'm even sitting here next to Garrett is because he forwarded me along to John from
He's
All
here
Country.
today, but
he gave us both.
I've gotten a lot of my friends reviewed on that website, and this is like the first direct result.
Yeah.
I mean, like I would say,
I am his project, dude, in the best way possible.
I would say like, so like we got a bunch of cool friends. So hopefully this
Yeah.
is the start of something cool.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
Cooler. But for me, this is like incredible because the response to like In the Shadows Again was completely organic. There was no. It was just like people liked it.
You stuck it out. Yeah, you're like me. We just
I
threw
sent
out
it to
in the
them.
world. Yeah.
I sent it to the website. He reviewed it, and like we got invited to play TakeRoot last year, and it hooked me up with the right people to where we can keep coming back and meeting all the cool people. And it seems like the crowds on this last tour were at least doubled in the Netherlands, but Spain was really crazy, and it's going well.
Happy to hear it. Garrett T. Caps, James Steinle. Did I get it right?
Yeah. Charlie,
Nice.
hey.
All right.
Right on,
I'm
man.
Charlie. Hey, thanks, man.
Hey, appreciate it,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll talk again soon.
Sounds good, man.
Cool deal.
I got beer koozies for you guys too.
Sweet.